Well, this is day 2 of working on my brother's car here that he got, the flood car. Um, yeah, there it is. So we're going to check this out. Here it is. 94 Cutlass Flood Rescue from Hurricane Ian, 2022. This is one of 103 ever made. Red interior, convertible. It's got the high output dual overhead cam 3.4 X motor, LQ1. This thing is a basket case. So yesterday's project was, we were working on this. When the car arrived, it had the doors were open and broken, and so I went in there with the screwdriver, and you just grab that latch, and the secret is you just pull, and then it releases this, and then you fix it with the screwdriver, and then sure enough, it closes. Wouldn't you know it? So anyway, today's mission is to get some power to this, because we need to get in there, the trunk. All right. Nice. Look at this thing. One of 103 ever made. Get a look under the power bar in here. Look at that. LQ1, baby. So today's job is underneath this, thanks GM, is the battery. And so we're gonna have to remove the cross brace. There's bolts here and here, and then there's one right there. And then we gotta pop these things off, and then we can get at the battery, which is inside there. Because we're hoping that once we can get power to this thing, we can activate the trunk release and be able to get inside this car in the trunk. Bam! All done. So we took out the 2 bolts there and there. We moved the washer fluid reservoir over there. We disconnected the harness to the motor right there. All right, and now we can see down here to this battery. It looks like it's undersized for this car, so way to go, previous owner. Doesn't look that old. Looks like it was put in 2020, so we should be able to put a jump pack on this sucker and get it going. But man, that is undersized. Jeepers. So yeah, that's what we're doing. All right, so we got the pack on there. Directions told us to ground it, so okay. Undersized battery, so looks like it's working. And we were able to get the trunk open, and check this out. Lighten up. This car was underwater. All the lights are working. Look at this thing. Amazing. So we're gonna give this a chance to charge up a little bit more. I got this light to work. This was out. We looked inside the trunk, and it is sad news, man. There was a lot of water in here. Smells like, I don't know what it smells like. A little bit of some turpentine and a little seaweed. Yeah. So far a success. We were able to get the battery somewhat charged enough that we were able to move the roof a little bit. We were able to get the windows closed. and everything else. It's really hard to see because we lost daylight. Tomorrow's going to be a much better day. It'll be day 3, in which we'll be able to really start digging into this thing. I would love to start it just for funsies, but maybe not. All right. So we were able to remove the lock so that we can actually open and close the trunk because there is no key. So we just dropped it all down right there. And then I decided to be a little adventurous, and so I just thought, hey, you know, what could possibly be in here? Except, here, shine the light in there. Yeah, it's all completely filled with water. Yeah, we're just going to go like this, and we're just going to say, yeah, okay. Yeah, we're just going to forget that that's there. Okay. All right. Next day. Nick and I are here. We've gotten the trunk off. Here. What we want to do is we want to save these tail lights and this marker strip for the reverse lights. Let's say Oldsmobile. We're debating if we want to keep the rear bumper. So we just set the trunk down over there. Alright, so applique, the 2 very expensive taillights, trunk, and the applique that says Oldsmobile on it. We're looking at the bumper now to see if we want the bumper. So it's 2 bolts there. There's probably some bolts underneath. Look at all that nonsense. And no thanks.
Little clip. Take off, but I don't know how to bump it, so.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see how it bolts up. Looks like there's bolts right there. Yeah, we might have to go from underneath. So we'll have to see how that works. Keep going. Alright, taking a break for a moment. We were able to get the headlight pieces, the engine cover. We're missing a bright light. That's the normal driving light, and then that's the turn signal, and then this right here was cracked, so we can't use it. And we're just working on taking it apart little by little. There's 4 bolts holding the fender and the bumper on, so we're going to attempt to try to pull that off. What do you think, Nick?
Pain in the ass.
By this point, we've bagged each of the rearview mirrors. Taillights are in their bags. We grab the moldings. This applique is the 3rd brake light right there. We got the trunk, the hood. We got the reverse backup lights. We packed a whole bunch of stuff in here, including the engine cover. And so now everything's exposed. So, end of the day, everything came out really good. And we'll attack the interior to grab some components. Grab some things in there, like a cassette player with equalizer. That's pretty amazing. Try to grab some of these items here next time. Boatloads of fun. Alright, well, this is it. D-Day. Car's going to the salvage yard. We pulled everything that we could out of this, which was lots of fun. Don't want to pull anything with that. So, it was a great time working on it, and we will hopefully get a few bucks for recycling it. We've already got one offer of $500, so we'll see how that goes. Alrighty, ta-ta.